So, I am super happy. My Lord just keeps blessing us and blessing us and blessing us and blessing us and taking care of us and blessing us. God is amazing. Hold on a minute. I'm going to get my drawer fixed here while I'm having this conversation too. Get this thing fixed. But yeah, God is absolutely amazing. And that's one of the things that the Lord does, is that when you're trying to get things done, the Lord will make it so that you will achieve favoritism. Favoritism in everything. You'll achieve that favoritism. The Lord will make a way. There's possible tasks that you don't think you'll be able to do. The Lord will make a way for you to have it done. If it be His will, He's going to make it a way to get it done. So, I had to take care of some business today. Well, first thing, announce who I am. My name's Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. And, I've been trying to get my business more limelight. And, there are people out there who want to see my business dry up and disappear. They want it so badly. And they have tried. They tried with all their heart. And there are people who just are very upset by what I'm doing, which is, I don't know why it should be so. Why is this not going through? What's going on here? It's plug in? Ah, crap, they're plugged in. They're plugged in. So, despite people who try to destroy my company, and despite people who choose not to support us, it makes no difference. And the reason why it makes no difference is because all my technology and everything I have, everything I do, I give to Jesus. Jesus is the one responsible for everything we do with our company. If there's something that I need, I go to Him. I say, Lord, I need this machine, I need this, I need that. If it be thy will that you will bless us to have the things that we need. And the Lord always makes a way. Every single time makes a day. Now I was thinking I need to be in a store. I need to be in some kind of storefront. We got that today. Literally, just came from walking out of my business appointment I had today. Saw this store, but you're not going to mention the store because we have some weirdos on our channel that do too much. And Lord told me to walk in. I walked in and had a nice conversation with the person, and they were like, all right, we're interested in ad tech. They want ad tech. I said, well, maybe we can work out a deal, because I want to work out a deal with a couple of stores, and a couple of stores are getting free ad tech. And they're in a main location. They're in a really good location. They're right, well, I can't tell you that, because again, we have people at the end of the day that stalk us. But anyway, they're in an area that is going to utilize the daylights out of that technology. And they also, too, not only want to use ad tech, but they want to invest in my business. Because ad tech's going to make a lot of money. It's a technology that does whatever it wants to do. I showed her the demonstration. She would show the demonstrations in the office. We're going to come down to the office and look at the screens. We're going to schedule meetings for them to come down. They're bringing down some of their investments to check out the screen. And yeah, it's going to make very, very good money for those who have contracts with us. I've been dying to play this game. I haven't played this game in a while. But anyway, so, oh no, go to my save, because I beat this game when I save. I do not want to do that all over again. But anyway, so it's fantastic that, the people are going to be investing in our company. We don't even know how much we're going to charge for investors. We don't know yet. But anyway, I do know that AdTech now is going to be up on a window in a very main location. And yeah, it's going to bring a ton of business. A ton of business for them, a ton of business for us. And we're going to install it in the window for free for them to use their window. Because where the window's at is a main key point. It's going to make a lot of money. I got about 8 or 9 stores in that strip already. I'm going to my business card, showing the digital card, to go to the phone, all that good stuff. Yeah, we're going to do really good this summer, extremely good. So I'm already going to be talking to a real estate agent about buying the house that I'm renting right now. I already talked to the owner. He offered to sell it to me. I'm going to buy it because it's a nice little place, and I'm going to convert it into something I haven't decided what I want to convert it to yet. But since I'm over at zoning all the time, 24/7 over there, you know what I mean? Just see what I need in the day to convert it. But I am going to get something that I wanted to get. I want to get my land. The Lord made the way. He made the way. Those 8 business deals we'll have, that's going to set me for life. I mean, I really don't have to worry about much at all. I don't worry about anything now, but that's really going to set me for life. So, yeah, I'm going to be making roughly 6 figures a year, easily. And we're set. I mean, we're set. That's all we needed. We needed one main building. The first building we're at, I'm glad we didn't spray that glass, man. That's why I said you got to listen to the Lord. When the Lord tells you something, you got to listen. Sometimes you don't listen. Sometimes you're so excited, so overwhelmed. That's a lamp in it, by the way. You're so overwhelmed that you don't listen. Imagine if we had sprayed that stuff in that window and the confusion that went on in that place and what happened to us. Now, haters saying at the end of the day that they got victory. No, Satan gets no victory. But you'll be punished for that, by the way, so you know that. That's written in the book of judgment, what you did. But no, you don't get no victory in that. But it's a good thing it did happen. Because if it didn't happen and we had blasted that glass, I would have lost a lot of money. And I mean a lot of money. So for those of you who know about that part, yeah, they're harassing this woman. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez and a couple of others, McAfee, were going in and harassing this woman. Well, by the way, I did drop off your information on your whereabouts about where you live at, so they can pursue their criminal charges against you also too for harassing them. So they do know where you live at now. But anyway, so yeah, they're harassing this woman and saying all this nasty stuff to her and stuff like that, and then making all these statements about me being a scam artist and ripping people off and all that. I do have your transcripts when you contacted this woman. Yeah, we have your emails and everything. We'll see in court about that too also. But anyway, so there were also other problems that were going on. Now, keep in mind, the Lord always makes sure that our job is done. We have literally recorded every inch in that building. The only thing left was the glass outside. So that's all I needed next. So at that particular point, we already finished. We're done. There's nothing more for us to do. I'm just sticking around now because, I knew some people in there and, I talked with them. That's basically about it. But that's as far as it goes. There was no more business for us to do in that building at all, period. And then there were some problems that were happening in the building that started making it uncomfortable for me to be there. Where they hired this guy who came in there and he got some kind of God complex. I don't know what was going on with him. And he felt like he was running everything. Meanwhile, she was going through some nonsense because somebody had died in her family and she really couldn't be around to tend the store. But this guy had some kind of God complex and he was firing people, which he was not supposed to be doing. So he was actually technically trying to take over her business. That's what he was trying to do. Long story short, both of them got fired and got terminated from the job. I found that out from somebody. I know a lot of people in the neighborhood. And she changed her business. As a matter of fact, she fired the entire staff. She got rid of everybody. So, because at this point, you can't trust anybody anymore. They're all listening to him at the end of the day, and she fired everybody. So do I feel upset with her for what she did to us? No, because, she was going through a lot of grief. She lost somebody in her family. And these guys were taunting and harassing her. So I feel sorry that she had to go through all that. But you got people that are nasty like that. Mr. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. See, I have your emails that you were sending to her. She has your information. Today I went over and dropped over your pamphlet. She knows exactly where you live at now. She's going to file charges against you, so you know that. For making those statements to her and her family. Good luck with that one now. Yeah, Jamie was contacting her and threatening her. Yeah. So basically, because we have it on your YouTube page, where when we left, you wrote on your YouTube page, you said that the caring place let us go because they found out that we were scammers. That's what you did. And the Lord saw what you did too. The Lord saw 100% what you did. So Fernando went in there and threatened this woman's life, and then went in and proceeded to send her nasty emails, also to McAfee. Your emails were traced back to your IP address, and so were yours, Fernando. So you two were in there harassing this woman. Williams wasn't involved because Williams wasn't around at that particular time. There was no Williams at all. It was just you and McAfee that was doing that mess. So she knows where you're at now. And mind you, this woman has a lot of heavy ties with the police. But anyway, let's get back to this. So, yeah, because we had the little clip you left on your YouTube channel where you said, oh, he got terminated from the job due to the fact that he was thought to be a scammer. Now, if our products didn't work, nothing would have showed up in any of the video demonstrations. We sure not would have been able to test ad tech, and it wouldn't have produced off the glass if it didn't work. You were just jealous and upset because we got opportunity and you didn't have opportunity. And you decided to go and harass these people. Is this side glued? I think I glued this side to you pretty well. Fernando, I just filed a court order against you. You're coming to Pennsylvania. You do know that, right? And you can't go to the airport. You don't have proper documentation. You're going to be picked up. So you know that. Oh, your day is coming. Carmen's definitely coming for Fernando. But let's get back to our opportunity right here. So anyway, so we got 8 stores that are going to display ad tech. 8 stores. They're going to display them. And right now, we're working on something at another location also too. Is this thing really pretty good? I think we're good on this. I think this thing is properly sealed. We're coming out in 3 minutes. So yeah, all the efforts that you went to try to destroy my business, you end up destroying your own business went under. He lost his own business. Doing stuff you should not have been doing. My company's going to the next level. The next level. Which means we got that contract. We got 8 contracts coming up. We got 100% guarantee that ad tech will be in these stores. Do you have any idea if that technology hits a window and people see that thing? Do you know the money that thing can generate? The fact that it goes where it wants to go at the end of the day. So, interesting that you think that a few dollars that you make off a 3D printing machine, that technology is worth millions of dollars. I got people up in New York City right now that got connections with Versace and all that other crazy designer clothing, all that stuff. They want it up there. They got plans for it. I got ties in Japan. They want that technology out there. So yeah, that technology is going to make millions of dollars. So that's why it's better to do things God's ways and Satan's way. Oh, yeah, lollipops in here, all kinds of stuff. See, it's working on a candy bag. Got gum? What? I said, looking for more candy. Yeah, that's why I paid to do it God's way. I'm right now picking out a house. Or some land or something. So I'm about to get something. When it was 1, we got 8 units. 8! So, yeah, all that nonsense, all that time wasted, in crow's cast, screaming and yelling, all that stuff, came down to nothing. So, I am going to start getting ready for working on the black version of the ad tech to get that ready. And because of the fashion clothing line I got a few stores interested in basically stocking our t-shirts for this summer. Already, I got 4 stores up here ready to stock my new t-shirts. See, gotta hook this up. I got my drawer fixed. Cool. I just don't like Fernando harassing this poor little woman at the end of the day. But his day is coming. Carmen's about to pay him back. Fernando's definitely coming to Pennsylvania, so you know that. You're coming to Pennsylvania. I filed a court order on you, buddy. criminal court order on you for harassing, cyber, all that stuff like that. Yeah, you're coming here. So you better make sure you get ID to go to that airport. If you ain't got it, you're in a lot of trouble. Mind you, it's criminal. You don't show up, you're getting a bench warrant on you. You know what that's going to do, right? You better figure it out before that court date come up. I'm joking around with that. I went right there and filed against it. It cost about $100. Went down to the city, went down to the police station. I got my incident report out of records, went up and filed. So you better show up. If you don't show up, you got a bench warrant on you. See, usually the problem would have been that he was in another state. That was the problem. And if we wanted to file against him, we had to go to his state to do it. But because of my illness and the disease that has that sits in my lungs, the doctors just strongly advised me not to be on an airplane because it could kill me. So because of that, he has to come here. I had to go to DA to get all that information. So, only thing that's requested of me is to bring up documents showing that this disease I have actually does exist. And of course, 3 or 4 doctors that signed off on it, saying, yeah, Mr. Burt does have this disease. He's not permitted to be in airplanes. You're coming here. And there's 2 ways they can do it. They can come and get you and bring you here. But most likely, I don't know. Let me think about that. So if you file, I need to ask you about that. Who goes and gets them? Would it be, no, they bring them here. I think they bring them here. Oh, no, they do bring them here. Do they bring them here if you get some order? Or just have to come in there? I wonder. When I had to go to court, I had to go in. I had to go myself. I need my phone to charge. Hey, it's that question. I think he has to come in. He gets a summon to come to court. Oh, yeah, for court charge. But then they got to arrest him. They have to arrest him. Oh, he ain't going to make it to the airport. I got to ask that question. Who's going to City Hall? Who, does he come down? Or do they basically arrest him and transport him down? I'm curious how they do this. I'm curious about this. I gotta ask that question. I never thought about that. But until then, I'll figure that out tomorrow. I gotta go to City Hall anyway tomorrow. I gotta go up there anyway. I'll figure it out tomorrow. I gotta talk to somebody over there anyway. But anyway, until then, well, yeah, 8 stores. We're in. We're already in. And we got it before we got the loan. And God's amazing. I'm canceling the loan. I don't need it. Don't need it. I'm good. Don't need it. Oh, I need more glue. I'm going to put my lamp in. That's it. I'm good. I'm going to keep this office. I'm going to get me another office. Because I like this office because this office is actually close to the downtown. But I do want another office a little closer up. So I'm going to get me another one. I'm going to get 2 offices. I need one. Get my warehouse. Get that already assembled. So we can go build our stuff. Oh, man, I got some stuff I want to do, man. This is going to give me a lot of freaking leverage to a lot of crazy stuff I want to do. So I want to do something in Allentown where people can actually buy their screens for like events, parties, all that stuff. We got these acoustic screens coming. We haven't even talked about those things yet. Acoustic portable screens that come with built-in frames. We got to get started on those too. So I got to hire a bunch of, I guess some teenagers. They can make some good money. They get the bikes. We'll get the bikes with the tracking systems on them. They can come in, docking station, get the bikes, and they can deliver the screens anywhere in Allentown. That's a great job for a kid at the end of the day. Yep. Put a nice little docking station for their bikes. They can charge them all up. And put a nice little section in there, gaming systems, screens, all that stuff, you know, they would need. Because they need someplace to chill at the end of the day. So they can chill, wait for the order to come up, and then just take off from there. It's kind of like bike carriers, but, you know, at the end of the day, you don't have to be sitting in some boring lobby. Because I wouldn't either. So, yeah, put a couple of big screens in there, some gaming systems, stuff like that, vending machines, all that stuff in there, and it'd be good to go. air conditioning, the whole 9 yards. And all they do when an order comes through, if somebody needs a screen that day for an event, backyard event, whatever happened, we have barbecues that pop off down here all the time. All they got to do is pack up the screen. The whole entire thing fits inside of a book bag and whoop, take it out there and drop it off. And we even train them how to set it up. So when I was talking to these merchants about the price of our screens and our technology, they fell in love with it. The fact that no expensive projectors required, the fact that at the end of the day that the one of the screens you're interested in is the 36 by 24. They're interested because they want to put that in their glass. And that screen's going to be like under, I think, $300 or something like that. I think it's under $300, $400, something like that. They're still happy with it. They're still on board with 1%. They're all shocked that it would cost that cheap to have a technology that runs that way. So yes, I'm planning to hit with this technology. I got people coming in from offices to coat every single white screen that we can get our hands on with this black technology. And as for AdTech, AdTech is going to take care of the other half. Also, too, I heard that there's bids in for a drive-in movie theater. We're getting that bid. Yep. So, see, this is why at the end of the day, you gotta know how to treat people with respect at the end of the day. Do you know my sister has a lot of ties, including with the IRS? But one of the ties she does have is what I can't tell you at the end of the day who it is, but major government contracts, major city contracts. And there's a city contract I'm looking at that I want access to. And I got to go to whatever they have at City Hall, some meeting, whatever, and pitch my idea there. But I'm not going to have a problem. I got people already backing me on the inside of making sure my technology gets there. So I can start planning what I want to do. I definitely want land and build my house. That's what I want. I'm definitely going to do that. And while I'm here, I'm buying one of these buildings. I'm searching through all these buildings that got done here. It's a building I'm looking at. I'm going to buy. So I'm going to buy the building, and I'm going to convert that building into a like a soup kitchen, but not like all soups. I mean, real good food in there. And I definitely want a section in there that people can bring their pets in. Because a lot of these homeless people got pets. Why should their pets be sitting on the cold? Or why should they miss a meal because they got a pet? I want a section that pets can come in. We feed the pets too. They're family members at the end of the day. What an naysayer. Does it boil your blood at the end of the day? It makes you upset, doesn't it? Because you serve Satan. Satan doesn't like that idea at all, that we want to help other people out. And you don't like it either at the end of the day. You were hoping that my business would collapse. Every time I watch that Crowcast, I look at the demons that you guys were talking to. Yeah, you got Crowcast. They were messing around with demonic spirits, which are called influencers. That's what you saw on Crowcast. 3 guys or 4 guys in there. They're condemned their soul, messing around with demonic spirits called influencers. They're real demons. Yep. And you were talking the entire time about a Christian's blessing, and God was watching the entire time and said, that's not going to happen. So I know what you serve at the end of the day. And it makes you upset that basically that I'm going to have the ability to go out, not only to be able to live a better life way beyond what I have right now if I choose to, but also to help other people out. And that makes you upset and angry. You know why? Because Satan don't like it. And that's what you serve. So I got plans to do a lot of great things with the money that I'm blessed to have to help other people out. Especially putting in some better shelters too, which also to involve your pets, because they should have that. Why not? A lot of people stay on the street and stay cold because they don't want their furry friend to stay cold. These people make a sacrifice to go cold for their furry friend. So you just can't make a place for dogs too? I think in order to keep the dogs in your, because some dogs might not like each other, so you put in a cubicle system, which is nice. It's a nice, good size. You can lay there with their pet, and then later on, I'm checking out some land over that hill because I've been staring at that hill and I've been saying, Lord, I want something over that hill. I've been praying on that hill, praying on that hill. So apparently there's land over there, a lot of it. And it's not owned by the government. We're going to buy a lot of that land up. This is where we're going to start that tiny home program because I want to put homes out there, real nice homes, affordable for people at the end of the day that they can go over there. You don't have to be on drugs at the end of the day. You can be non-drugs. It doesn't make a difference. We want to put something there for other people to afford nice housing. It doesn't cost a ton of money. And for people that are over there that are part of a drug program that I do want to start, or basically at the end of the day support, I want to make sure that they get eligible for those houses if they can stay clean, stay in the program, and of course our programs are going to be Christian based. Because what's the point of trying to fight Satan if you ain't got the weapons to do it? So yeah, I got a lot of big plans. And I hang out with these people, the homeless people, and people, I hang out with them all the time. Conversations, I talk to them and all that. Yeah, they're very nice people at the end of the day. It's just basically just life, just at the end of the day, just didn't go well for them, that's all. So they deserve help just like everybody else does. That's what I plan to do with a lot of that money. On top of that, the stuff up here I want to put up here for the youth. At the end of the day, we have no comic book stores up here whatsoever. We need comic book stores. So comic book stores, they have basically the PPL building, and the PPL building needs to have more events. One of the events they should be having, again, comic book convention would be fantastic to have up there. You have so many of these young teenagers up here that dress in all these different outfits and stuff. Now they can take it down there and show it off. See, that's what I'm talking about. Doing stuff like that, you know, stuff to get back to the community. That's what I want to do. And guess what? I will get none of that glory. Not a thing. None of it. Don't thank me. Thank God. That's where it all comes from. It's a lifesaver? When was the last time I had a lifesaver? So got the lamp over there. I can't wait for that right there. And the Lord is opening up all these amazing doors for us. And now, I thought we needed the loans. We don't need the loans anymore. We don't need them. I'm going to cancel my loans. I don't need them. God has provided everything we needed. Now, I can choose to take them if I want. I don't want to. I want to do mine totally off faith from God. Where are we going in this one? We're going to... Isn't that the happen Willy Wonka? It looks like. But anyway, yeah. And as for the naysayers, the haters at the end of the day, you did nothing to stop me at all. Because you know why? You couldn't stop me. It's God's plan. Smarty. All right. See? Never had you waste all that time. Waste all that time doing absolutely nothing with your time. One, you're going to face judgment for your actions if you do not pick up your cross and follow Jesus. Two, you are definitely going to jail. That's definitely going to happen. There's no doubt about it, gentlemen. You're going to jail. It's a shame. Do better things with your life, but, you know, I guess if you don't learn when you're older, you don't learn at all, right? Man, it's so cool painting on this gigantic board. I love this freaking... take that! And that! You know what I mean? I was showing the screens in here in the office. They're going to come out of the office to check it out. Yeah, blast them, power! Oh, I forgot we got the other investor. I got to reach out to him too. Oh, gimme. Yeah! Anyway, we got another investor who's interested in... Where are you? Oh. Or is interested in investing in the business. Hey, get off of me. Fresh my on that one. Can I throw some money at him? No, I'm gonna throw some money at him. No, can I throw money at him? There you go, take this money. Uh-oh, am I near death? No, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Man, that was the easiest business I ever did in my entire life. I just walked in like the ornament. God makes the favoritism. He does that. Yep. It says in the Bible that the Lord's people have favoritism. Yep. The Lord will open up all doors for us. I walked in, I didn't come to do any business. They had something that I liked, I wanted, and the store was never open. So I was like, finally they got different hours for opening because they're at auctions. So I was like, okay, I asked some questions, had some pretty cool stuff in there, and they had this really cool looking frame. I said, man, I could turn it with a portal using our projector, so our projector mapping. It would be fantastic for that. And we got to talking, and I explained what I do for a living, and all of a sudden they were like, okay, can you got any pictures or videos? And I got a ton of stuff on my phone, and yeah, they were interested. They saw the ad tech. I said, yeah, well, this stuff can advertise your company right through the glass. Instead of having those decal stickers that they had that you can't take with you, you can basically, I can't kill them, I forgot. Or the high five? Nah, because you hit me every time we do that. Check me up. But anyway, yeah, very interested, and man, I'm so happy. Oh, we got the money at this, money at the, throw that money, throw that money. Oh, yep, automatically, open the door. And then they asked, when I was leaving, about to leave out, they asked me if I needed any investors. Because they know it's going to sell. Oh, wait, hold on. So a way to make extra income? Heck yeah. But the important thing is, what I needed from the Lord was, we needed a glass window in a major area that can give us the support that we need, and we got it today. Just got it today. Just got it today. So that's why I sit there and I make the statement, all that effort that you guys did for nothing. Y'all wasted all that time. You could have been doing something else. You're not getting that time back ever. It's gone. All that time wasted. What do you think you're going to do at the end of the day? What do you think you're going to be able to accomplish? You accomplished absolutely nothing because God wasn't going to allow you to be to do it. Anything that you thought that you were going to be to do to me was never going to happen. God had control of that whole situation. And now they're going to come in and see this. I got 12 people coming through to see this screen. And then their setups, which have been there already because I did my research, they have very expensive machines in there. Our machine costs us $130. I'm gonna check out something I'm gonna do. I don't know what to look at. I forgot that card from this one. I'm gonna go back to yeah, you have to have 4K. That's a joke. We need a 4K projector. So, if you want to have one, get one. But are you forced to have one? Heck no. We don't even use them. And we don't even use 1080p's anymore. All them 1080p projectors, I gave them away at Goodwill. I got rid of them all. We don't need them. The Lord told me to get rid of them. We got rid of them. We don't need them. He blessed us with that technology. How incredible that looks. Can you imagine having this screen over in your clothing store and displaying that image up there? So yeah, we explained to them about that. We also explained to them about our clothing line coming out pretty soon, so they're interested in seeing the clothing line too. So we're going to be doing hoodies, and these aren't the cheap hoodies. I can't stand them cheap than hoodies. I like the 40 ounces. I'm a big fan of 40-ounce hoodies, the big, bulky, heavy ones, thick ones, like they coats. Those, I like them. So I found a company that sells the 40 ounce. I want the thick sweatpants. I can't stand them thin looking sweatpants. No, thick, heavy sweatpants. I got a buddy of mine who makes clothes. He was talking about we can reverse them and put the quilt in it. That quilt kind of like that cotton heavy quilt. They're gonna customize it the way I want it. It'll be real nice. That black quilt and them. So I want to do my own custom sweatpants. I want to do my own custom hoodies, and we got t-shirts, hats, all that stuff. Now, again, for people saying it has nothing to do with the company and all, it's a whole different. When I was sitting there working on that screen over there, the Lord put it in my head that fast. He was like, this is what you're going to make. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a clothing line. And I have a design behind me, but I can't show you until we get our copyrights back. You know, we got a clothing line coming out. Oh, I can't wait to show these things off. It's going to be hot. And I'm getting a lot of the gear for myself, because, you know, my gear. And I'm going to be using to sell the product my two first. Actually, I got four first names, so I'm going to be using two of them that I don't rarely use. I actually did use them when I was in the fashion. I used those two names. Can't tell you what it is. Ba-da-da-da-da. Now, will I be advertising that on YouTube? Oh, heck no, we don't need to. That's why we got these people in New York City. They're going to be doing all that stuff with it. This is YouTube. My channel is about this, that, and the other, but not that. I'm not doing that on there. Oh, look at that color. Isn't that sweet? See, that's what I mean at the end of the day. Gray and white screens, you need that 100% contrast. These are called dark colors. Can't read this. Whew. Paint gives me chills. Let me see. All right, we got the drawer fixed. Thank you, Jesus. I'm trying to get that thing fixed. Yeah! Got my drawer fixed. Yeah. Whew, man. Fantastic. I love it. The white out there. Like who? You. Who? You. Who? You. Who you? Who? You. Ordered my, whatchamacallit, coming in soon. My surface, we're gonna fix the bottom half. Oh, it's candy. Like these spice drops is my favorite. Next bag of candy is my favorite. Oh, I'm about to go up and grab my Bitter Honeys, and I get the old-fashioned candy. Bitter Honeys and freaking what's it called? Mary Jane's. Sure. I'm so happy. God is amazing. God is amazing. We got a lamp sitting over there. God has opened up all our doors for us. And the naysayer and those who serve the devil rage on. They're upset, angry, and bitter. Be careful what you say. Like I said, if one of those people find your channel at the end of the day, and they will find it, they're searching, and they find anything that comes up, we'll see in court. Customers are going to get an amazing screen. In 2026, we're going to be at everything on the market. And we already have multiple stores lined up to buy this thing already from the door. Already said to buy. Because my buddy is going to do this whole panel system in his condo. He's going to bring all his big boy buddies over. Oh, this one I showed the robot. Isn't that pretty cool? Is that 100% black? See how bright the levels pick up? My cat's just sitting there staring at that. That is a beast robot right there. Beast! Robot. Yep. Man, I tell you, I can't wait. Are these all machines? Yeah, they're all machines. Yeah, they're all machines. They're pretty cool. I like these right here. Ah, I love my people. That's pretty cool. I like that. But anyway, so if you're like, look in the back, see if you found his address. My address is everywhere. Everybody knows what my address is. My address is everywhere. What you need to worry about is not finding your address. That's what you don't want to find. We to find out. Because if I'm looking for your address, if it's 100% that I'm looking for your address, that means I got something on you to hold you in court for. That's the only reason why. Other than that, those guys don't care. I mean, you can run your mouth and blah, blah, blah. As long as you're not doing anything that criminates against my company, I don't care at the end of the day. If you say you don't like this screen, it's not to your liking, it's freedom of speech. I don't care, that's you at the end of the day. But if you're just saying I'm a scammer, a rip-off artist, yeah, then I'm hunting for your address. Then I'm going to stick those dogs and figure out exactly where you work at, where you lay your head at, so we can get you into a courtroom. So you can get a chance to meet Mr. Bird. Don't you want to meet me? All right then, I'll see you in court. Oh, look at this. Are these all red? We get no yellow? Oh, we did get red of. We got the barn for the stained glass for the church. Oh, look at the different colors of the stained glass for the church. Oh, we got the fluorescents too. We don't talk about this much. They're coming up pretty soon. Look, I got plenty of bag paper. Plenty of bag paper to bill with. Oh, the day just keeps getting better and better. Oh, it's better and better, people. We can put our church in right there. Let's see what's in this one. And for my customers out there, they say, man, we contact like Mr. Bird, them people be trying hard, don't they? Yep, they try. Yep, they're sad. Yeah, they call y'all, some customers call them sad. They're sad, they jealous of me. Yeah, they're really jealous of me. Oh, look at that. They put it in a box. I like that. Sometimes I don't get these things in a box. This is the lamp for the projector over here, ultra short thread. Do you know what's going to happen once we put this ultra short throw into lamp in the ultra short throw? Do you know what the kind of demonstrations we're going to be doing from here? We're going to be challenging all the influencers. How is it possible that you're doing a demonstration on a projector that costs that type of money and you can't have your lights on when you show a contrast level? And I can do it at $60. Oh, the box smells amazing. How does this smell? It brings me back to something when I was a kid. But anyway, yes. Meet your demise. That setup right there to show people at the end of the day that you don't have to spend all this money for these high expensive projectors. So I will be coming to your channel and challenging you against our $60 projector and a 150-inch screen display. Because please, I got to see this. I want to know how a projector is going to cost a customer $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and you have it in a dark environment. Maybe you might answer. I think they chase around the questions. Answer my questions of the day. How come the lights aren't on in the environment? How come we can't see the contrast levels? Something with a 2,000,001. I want to see freaking contrast levels. Not a dark environment with the birthday cake in the middle. I want to see actual contrast. Or I'll mimic your demonstration, show you how it's done on that $60 machine over there. And why is this being done? Customer needs to get what they're paying for. That's what they need to get. They need to get what they're paying for. So influencers, I mean, you got millions and millions and millions and millions of followers. You can still badmouth me all you want. I couldn't care less at the end of the day. At the end of the day, when you're doing those demonstrations on those projectors, why don't you have the lights on? It's an ultra short throw. Now, I know the projector works. Oh, we definitely know the projector works 100%. It definitely does work. But that's not the issue. The issue is that the gray screen you're displaying on doesn't. That's why you're in the dark. Because gray screen doesn't work. What's the whole point of this? Stop buying gray screens. I don't care any caliber. I don't care what it is. We got one person that gets a little personal about it. He doesn't have his business anymore, but he still gets personal about it. It's not about you, Jack. You understand me? It is about customers getting ripped off. Who cares about your alter ego or your ego and being hurt because people get hurt when the gray? Who cares about that? What it comes down is to customer needs to get what they pay for. Do you see that image right there? Gray screen, why can't you do that? Why you can't give me that right there? You couldn't even give me an image. If I sat that projector over here at 300 lumens and 40 bucks on my desk and this little bit of light peeking through my lights, you couldn't even pick up. Now, I just saw Vivid Storm pop up a gray screen. I'm reading through this stuff and I'm going to see if they say black levels. You even mention you pick up a contrast level. I've just sampled down and show you don't even read. Because that's lying to the customers. I swear I would have been, if I was a customer, I'd have taken somebody to court by now. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world I'm coughing up that kind of money. I'll be baffled when people contact me and say, well, I spent $4,000 for the pick. Oh my God, why? Why you spend $4,000? I said, I didn't know and stuff like that. And, I got this screen and it's not working. I'm not picking up my colors. Nothing's coming up. I thought the projector would fix it. Isn't that a shame? I think the other people, the naysayers and people make these products are upset because it makes them look like a liar. Does it make it, does that it? The reason why you don't like me is because what I say makes you look like a liar? Because you told them you're going to get contrast, operates in a well-lit environment. You told them that you can do what I can do, right? That's what you told them, right? But you lied to them. You got their money and you lied to them. So what about them? They're sitting up there with a screen that doesn't work. What about them? Some of you have policies on your website that literally said that if it lands on the property, you're stuck with it. You open it up, you're stuck with it. No exchange, nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Shut the door, take your money. That's what you did, right? I'm going to challenge you in court. Why? Because I want to. I want to see what you got to say. I'm tired of the whole YouTube bounce and forth nonsense. You guys beat the bush a lot. We're not doing that. We're going to take you straight to court in front of a judge. It's not a threat, it's a promise. It's going to happen. And I'm going to build my company off of your fails. One by one. I'm going to go through all of you, one by one. If you deny that order, then it shows that day you got something to hide. I'm going to really dig into you. See, most people at the end of the day would be happy. Develop a high-end screen and just be happy about it. I'm a different type of person. I don't like it when people cheat other people. I don't like that. I don't like when I go on to these YouTube field trips and I see these people in here lying in these dark environments, high-powered machines. Those machines are calibrated at the end of the day and going, wow, look at this amazing screen. We got all this light in here. It's absolutely incredible in here. Darn well, it's too dark in there. That's pathetic. So, I'm going to put an end to it. So, I would advise for the people who make these products, I'm giving you such great warning on this one. I strongly advise that you may want to listen up. You may ignore me if you want. It's not going to go well. I'm just telling you. I would advise you before that technology over there peeks its head out and this thing's going to blow up. There are 8 stores already interested. I'm putting this thing in the window. Ad tech only needs to be in one window. That's it. There's 8 stores going to advertise this thing. So I would strongly advise you figure out something before the end of the year. Because if you don't, you're in a lot of trouble. Mind you, for the big companies, not only am I going to send you a sample sheet of this nightmare to your front door, but I'm going to show your top best projection screen being crushed by this technology outside. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't go outside, right? Oh, you lost already. That means elite screens. I wouldn't say screen innovation, but the interesting about screen innovation, they're always developing something new. So who knows? They may have an outdoor screen they can take in sunlight. I would love to see this. I would. But right now, they have nothing for us. So they got that black screen. Yeah, black screen requires 8,000 to pull. Yeah, no. They're not anywhere near us. So again, I strongly advise you. Gray screen paints, all of you gray screen paints out there, I advise you start working in darker technology. You're 8 years behind right now. You don't know anything about dark technology. Now, for the big boy screen, at the end of the day, we say, you know what? We got nothing to worry about him at the end of the day. He's a small fry. We got nothing to worry about him. The people that are going to be pushing my product are going to have that stuff everywhere. Forum sites, I'm going to be flooding everything with that technology. And sooner or later, why in the world would you spend freaking $3,000 for a screen when I can take it out under 500. And I don't require the stuff that you require at the end of the day. I can easily knock your screen out with the screen paint easily. Now, how are you going to compete with a screen that, while you're sitting in a dark environment, I can detach that screen here, and I can take it outside and watch a game outside at 12 o'clock in the afternoon by using a 300 lumen QME projector? How do you compete with that? When you talk about your contrast, you don't have any contrast. Do you talk about your ambient light rejection? That stuff is all obsolete next to that thing. Ceiling light rejection, obsolete. Anything that Elite has, they can't touch it. Anything the Screen Innovation has, they can't touch it. Show me a demonstration of the absorbent sunlight at 12 o'clock in the afternoon at 300 lumens. I did one even with a 6K halo system installed into it right in the middle of a park. You don't have that technology, do you? So who would make that? That'd make us the dominant. And at the price we charge, now mind you, we charge a lot of money, way more money than the certified screens ever charge. Then that means that then the certified screens have a little bit of an edge. You can say, well, these don't cost as much as that guy needs up. It's really super expensive. But we're not going in that direction. We're going the other way. We're going to make sure that the screens that we develop cost far less than a $3,000 to $5,000 projection screen. And that thing can do things that a screen that you'll spend $3,000 for will never, ever be able to achieve. Including the OLED TV. Can't take an OLED TV outside. Definitely going to cause some damage. And people say, they do have outdoor OLED TVs, but they're very expensive. 19-inch, I think a 20-inch, about $30K. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like Grandma's Boy. I feel like that. I feel like that all the screens bring in the Dance revolution, and I'll be sitting back there chilling. I'm like, hey, Ken, we got this new game that just came in. So what thing is that? We got Dance Revolution. We got Dance Revolution here. No, we got it right over there. Let's check it out. And then you guys jump on in. You'll do your little slow dance. Do 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 do. And you jump off like, wow, has fallen. Like, yeah, nice moves. And then I get on that machine and I kick your butt at the end of the day. That's what's about to happen. It's going to be just like that, like Grandma's voice. You're so good, you're going to break the machine. New high record. High record. Is that good? New high record. Is that good? Is that a good thing? New high record? I didn't even know it was a good thing. I didn't even know. Oh, wow. You're going to get crushed. A lot of you not. Because you can't compete with what we do. Just so you know, that technology was made in 20 minutes. We were blessed to engineer that tech right there in 20 minutes. And the first time we paint them down, they go through multiple demonstrations, fully lit environments, certified screens, black versus black, to make sure they're matching any paints on it within the first time they're developed. So at 10%, that screen can operate on a level that certified screens today can't even do. At 10%. It's not even completed. When we developed this technology, 20 minutes. So imagine you catching up with our company. It's virtually impossible. It takes y'all years to develop those certified screens. The timeline it takes you to develop one screen versus the timeline of us developing new technology. I can literally build an entire company by the time you get done your first, what? You can do a company roughly in 2 weeks? Yeah. Do you know how long it took us to build, basically, this company we have here? We had a company that we first, what was it? We changed the name. It was Black Series Edition, yeah. I said I can do that. I can drop an entire company, entire product line, everything. Just take the whole thing down and rebuild a whole new company up. 2 weeks. It took us 2 weeks to build the IOEG company. 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, it had enough technology underneath its belt to beat everything on the market in 2 weeks. It took 20 minutes to engineer the technology. Oh, you just doing too much? You like the box? Do you like it? Oh, you can have it. Oh my goodness, he's in this box. Look. Yeah. He's in the box. He's in the big boxes. Do you like the tiny box? I've been trying to get him to go into a tiny box for the longest time. He's in a tiny box. So tiny. You got cats? He would be doing the same thing I'm doing. He's so tiny, like. Well, he can have that box. I'm gonna pad it though. I'm gonna pad the box for you, okay? I'm gonna pad it. But you like the box, right? Yeah. There's a box. I'm dying to try to get him cats getting the fish bowls and all that stuff. I'm dying to see him do that. He finally got in a tiny box. I'm so happy for him. So you get them flexible bones at the end of the day. If I try that, snap something like that's it. Chiropractor. So we got the windows that came in. Oh, this is gonna be fun, people. Fun. People are saying, oh, he's just no, I'm about both. I'm about both. I'm about business and doing the best for my customers. I'm about crushing the competition. Well, we don't have competition. I literally said that when they asked us every time, what's your competition? Like, we don't have any. Are you saying we got somebody? Is somebody willing to challenge me? Is that what we're saying? If you don't like what I said when I said we don't have any competition, then you bring me somebody. What do you have? I can engineer something in 20 minutes. I would have to be this stuff and take your stuff out. So what do we have? Anybody out in sunlight right now? Anybody? We got one YouTuber. Anybody outside in direct sunlight? What we just did with this technology? Anybody? There's no one. The reason why I speak that because the naysayers get all upset. They get all upset and they get hurt. I see the naysayers this way. When they get upset and I say that we don't have anyone to come against our tech, I see you this way. I see you get up from the chair and I see somehow you transform to pigtails, footy pajamas, and you jump on your bed and you cry. That's what I see. Because y'all talk a lot of trash for somebody at the end of the day that can't back their stuff up. Now, I'm not talking about the other great paints. We don't have issues with them at all. I'm talking about the Jamie Fernando Gonzalez and man, I crushed your business. I put you out of business. Quite frankly, we did. We put him out of business. And then shipping you back your own paint, you couldn't even. Oh my goodness! Really? You were selling this stuff and you couldn't even back up your own products. I already made it with $11 worth of hobby paint. You know that, right? Using your tutorial video, and you gave me back my money, $1,900, and you cried on every receipt. That's embarrassing, man. How do you get on camera and sell that pig slop? Because that's what it is. That paint's pig slop. I tested that stuff on. I've done more testing on that paint than he's done himself. We couldn't get that stuff to work on jack. It didn't work. We took it outside, didn't work. We bring it inside, didn't work. Put an ambient light control, put a dedicated. I even built a dedicated theater, still didn't work. Use projector mapping application, fail. Gaming, fail. Movie applications, fail. I even took it on site with me. Fail, 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 fail. Put you against network grade 773, you match this stuff. Turn around and remove the video. And turn around, shut down your site, shut down your YouTube channel multiple times. And then when you couldn't do anything else, you commit crime. So now I got multiple agencies on your back right now, including you're going to be coming down here to Pennsylvania for court. So what are you going to do now? Yeah, whatever. Moving on to bigger and better things. What'd you do? What'd you do when you moved on to bigger and better things? You got an answer for that too on top of that. Man. You self-destructed, man. Self-destructive. You know what we're bringing to court for, right? Statements you made against my company. I got you for terroristic threats because you put my face on a wanted poster and you put it all over YouTube, dead or alive. So I'm charging you with terroristic threats. Also, too, for slander and defamation against my company because you went in and said things about my product was looking too dark and unwatchable. So that's what I followed. They're criminal charges. If you don't show up this thing, you'll get a bench warning. You do understand how they work, right? When these people come to your front door, there will be no sending your wife to the door. They'll take that door off the hinges and come in and get you. Put you in handcuffs and take you away. That's what's going to happen. So make sure you show up. Now, for Fernando saying he filed criminal charges, what criminal charges? You can't file anything against me. You know why? In order for a criminal charge to go into effect, you must show a substantial ton of evidence to show that it's worthy of court. You don't have anything on me. Nothing. But I have stuff on you. A lot of stuff. When you dox someone's address, and I got you in text messages on your website, your message board, inviting people to come down, that's a threat against my life. So that's a charge we put against you. Doxing the person's address is against the law. You know that. And I got you on your website posting 2 addresses, mine and my sister's. So, not going to go well for you. What's the effect? It's like when you're in that room and the walls are closing in on you, they're pushing, 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 and there's no, that's the effect we just put you in. So you're going to have to come to Pennsylvania. Or, I got to talk to a friend of mine. He might not even make it to the airport. They may basically arrest him. Because if we have charges that file here, they'll have to send him over there to arrest him over there. Or he might get a summons from court to appear in court. That could be one too. Another way they could do it. Yeah, most likely you probably get a summons. So if he doesn't show up, he's a no-show. We're sitting in court, and they're like, "Where's he at?" I'm like, then you're gonna put a warrant for your arrest. Fernando, I'm gonna get you wrapped up and taken care of real soon. Time to pay the piper. You ran out of time, my man. You did. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that black screen. Oh, all right. I'm having fun here. Too much fun. Taco's loving his new box. You got inside of a tiny box. You got inside of a tiny box. Oh, I got a cell phone too. My sister gave me a bunch of cell phones on my Cyberpunk PC, which one started building. Do you have any idea how much money yellow fans cost? Those things are not cheap. And they're not easy to get either, by the way. Man, I couldn't believe how hard it was to get my hands on actual yellow fans. Not black fans with yellow lights on them. Actual yellow neon fans, the same color as Cyberpunk. Yeah. I didn't order them overseas to get them over here. Why would we be money? I want to look cool a video graphic card. If I get the 3050, I can get the 3050 big boy. I can get that one to the low profile. So I want to water cool it. I want to water cool it from one of them. You know what? I'm gonna change over. I'm gonna do the other one. Like I'm gonna do the other PC. I'm gonna do 2 water coolers. And I'm going to do them at 100. Oh, wait. No. We can do that. 2 water coolers and do them at 100. We got to build a whole new setup. It has to be something different. The motherboards can't lay flat. They can't lay flat. Not when we're putting this system in. We can't lay them flat. The motherboards have to go this way. So we have to build some kind of piece to put the motherboards in so they rest in like a little shelf. We have to build it differently. The why? Because the liquid cooling system is going to connect to here. We need that graphic card to be upright. It can't be laying there. Yeah, because the copper block is going to be underneath of us. You're going to, yeah, it's going to be a headache. We don't want it that way. We need it to lay flat like this. So we're going to have to build a whole different type of setup for that PC we're building next month. Because I'm definitely liquid cooled. I never liquid cooled a GPU before. I'm going to liquid cool one. I want to take one apart and do one. And there, right there, we got the 4 screws right there. I'm gonna get me a big boy card. I'm taking it apart. I'm definitely gonna need liquid cooler in it. I want to test something out. So we're gonna alter and build a new case. All right, that's it for me, people. I've had fun. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I can't believe we got that crazy opportunity. We just needed one freaking window, man. It just, the carrying place was not meant to be. It was not meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't. Oh. That's somebody. Remember once, I remember the guy who sat there and said, you spent the whole hour talking about and didn't get anything done. Do you see what I do in my day? Do you see? And that day, I built the village over there. We're still building the village. Put up 150-inch screen, clean my PCs over here. And I would come back in and order the lamp. Going to set that up, do a couple of demonstrations. And mind you, when I do these videos, when you see those 10 videos dropped to my YouTube channel, they show up on YouTube and they show up on 16 other sites, which means while I'm uploading them on YouTube, I go to Facebook and I got several sites. I'm loading them up over there. I even got myself a Google account. They show up there, so they pump everywhere. So it doesn't show up on YouTube. They show up everywhere. I have to do that over and over and over again. I have to go in and take the same copy and paste specification sheet, put it in again, put different music, put it in again, put in different music, put it in again. It goes on over and over and over again. I can spend hours doing that, just doing all that. For every video that has to be set up that way. Look, people. Look. This is why you can't lose your screwdrivers. Because it always comes with the micro screwdrivers. It comes with the for cleaning the lens. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm going to be hooking this up pretty soon. So we can go in here and show up the ultra short that is set up at the new day. Now, for those of you that are interested in our amazing products, and you're tired of getting ripped off by the other companies, reach out to Mr. Bird. Contact us. I'll put the website information below. We do have absolute free shipping to our overseas customers. At the end of the day, we ship everything through. Express shipping to the United States Postal Service. This is what you're going to come to you. And our lock containers, and we do 32 ounces to 24, 32 ounces paint. This giant screen over here. Yeah, that's 150-inch screen. So 32 ounces of our product. They're talking to walking from the projector like a dinosaur. 32 ounces of our product paints up to we got it right here for top row. Let's go here. Paints up to 150-inch screen, while other screen paints will do 120 inches. Our 24 ounces will do 120 inches. This is 120 inches at roughly 235.1. Yes, people, yes. There you go. That's what our products paint. And do we know this yet? We did paint down demonstrations all the time. Yes. So you can get that giant ultimate gaming screen at 32 freaking ounces and be able to do this on a projector that costs you only, how much, people? $130. That's expensive right now for me. $130, 130 smackaroos, people. Smackaroos. And get this outstanding, incredible picture. Just makes me want to cry sometimes. It just does. You okay, Mr. Bird? I'm feeling emotional right now. I'm feeling emotional. I'm right now feeling emotional. Kids do it anymore? Kids go outside and play in the snow anymore? No. Should be out there running around playing in the snow. Majority, most kids will be inside playing their game system. They need to be outside in the snow. Man, you got freaking snow forts, snow castles, snow football, which I freaking love. That's my favorite. We have an adult place to play snow football. All that big fluffy snow? Yeah. Look at you over there, scratching yourself, being extra romantic. Look at you. Wow. Macaroni, people. It's macaroni. I don't know macaroni right now, to tell you honestly. So that's what for those who are asking, the 32 ounces of our product paints up to 150-inch screen. This was 150-inch 1610. And yes, the shipping is absolutely freaking free. So we had to put down some certain countries we can't ship to. Sorry about that, unfortunately. But all the other ones we can ship to with no problem whatsoever. And again, it's absolutely free for the shipping. Yes. And you can paint that amazing screen. Any hard to do instructions? Heck no. Taco had posable thumbs, you can do it yourself. Or you can have your kids do it. Very easy to paint them. Low odor, low VOC, and for those people asking about the shelf life, it's a 5-year shelf life sitting on top of it. Whoop-de-doo. Yes, sirree. Now you can spray it on, roll it on. Taco bumped into my projector, so he shifted it. You can spray it on, you can roll it on. It's up to you and however way you want to do it. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Why? For blessing us to have amazing technology. Oh, wait. Gotta pause it. Look at the skin tones. Look at that. Look at that contrast. That black technology reads that white level that well. I just gotta take a moment. I need a moment. I just need a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I gotta gather myself. All right, the other way. Gather myself. Get on the Barry joke before I kick your butt. You understand me? Learn to Barry before I kick your butt. You hear me? You hear me? Where do you go? To the bunker? Go back to the bunker? Yeah, you better learn to Barry before I put my foot in you. Keep on playing with me at the end of the day. You better put Barry in your mess. Where you got that? Don't want to Barry at the end of the day. Yeah, guess what? Next week, Room comes here. Room is the automatic cat cleaner guy. Yeah, good luck with that thing. He don't even like it. You're going to deal with it. You have no choice. Don't worry, you can't get caught up in that, baby. I read through that whole entire thing. It's got a sensor system on. If it's in operation, if the triggers when he's on, it won't operate. But look at that right there. Look at that. It's amazing. Oh, we got some flame on the screen. Some flame. What's all Christmas stuff? Yeah. Walnuts. Jeez. I can't have peanuts anyway. I got peanut allergy, but still. Walnuts, man. That brother would crack walnuts and leave the shells on around. You ever step on shells barefoot? Of course you probably have. That's some jacked up mess. Either that or step on them old-fashioned jacks that are actually made out of metal. That's a landmine waiting for you. But we did this one already. All right, people. We got to go. I got to go test out this projector. I actually want to do that on camera to show you. Put everything in for you so we set it up. Yeah. I'm excited. We got new ventures, people. New ventures. We get to work with our ad ticket's going to be on glass at an amazing location. All right. Let me get on out here, people. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate. It's funny, I would say. He got the look on his face like, I want to go back to the look on his face. You know, pretty cool how it fades and disappears. He got that look on his face like, man, it's going to be doomsday in 2026 for projection screens. Doomsday. Do not open until doomsday. I remember that on freaking, on Ghostbusters. They found something in the ground. Do not open until doomsday. They opened it prematurely. Yeah, that didn't go well. Let me see. I feel like, I don't know if a little. Snow cottage, snow farmhouse. Here with me. Or you gotta go with the machine. That thing's good. Snow farmhouse. Where's the microphone system at? Snow farmhouse. Okay, let's see what's going on with this machine. Snow farmhouse. No reading. That's when the system's not reading it. Interesting. Right? Clear? Best these first. What's that? Everything else but what I want, all kinds of snow going on there. I have no idea why. I want to unboard some Chip Ahoy cookies. I can smell Chip Ahoy cookies. I don't know why. And then I buy them and I don't want them. Like, what the freak is going on with that craziness? Who even knows? Who even knows? Got crazy 115 screen. When we displayed the 250, literally That screen generated, there's an 8. It generated a white level so high it turned the grass in the front of it almost white. I love showing these off, man. I like this whole cottage thing. You ever stare at this cottage? It's kind of interesting. How do we get the car out of the garage? Like, where are you going to take it? You got a lake over here, so it's not going down that way. There's a car right there. And you can't go across the bridge. See right there? There's a car right there in the garage. How did he get the car out of there? Yes, the door opens up and it goes out through the door to the back way. Maybe it's a back way, opens up and it comes out there. It probably has to be its only way. Maybe it's a different type of garage. The garage opens from the back and the car parks up in the front. Oh, I didn't think about that. That's actually pretty cool. Now, see the dog house they have right here? I would have for my dog, I wouldn't have him sleeping in that. I would have a door flap. Of course, you got to put a door flap over top of it with the magnet where it hits. So that way it traps out the air, it keeps the dog nice and warm. Definitely got to insulate that baby with some of that silver insulation and all that, caulk all the holes and all that stuff in there, and then putting one of those heating pad systems with a blanket that actually plugs into the house. But also too, I would have a flat put on the house that he can actually access to that section and then go outside if he has to go to the bathroom. But also too, he can lay outside, he can lay inside his old daddy house, or he can go inside the house himself. I love it. I freaking love it. I love it. Any other stuff on here before we're bugging out over here and having some fun? We're making a giant gingerbread man. We have to bake it in 4 different sections. This thing is huge. We're gonna put it all together. We're gonna bake it in sections. I don't want to watch anything about the car insurance came out so fall. One of the things I love about the bushcraft is when they show them walking and stuff like this, and it's all cold and snow. It's crazy how on their back or wherever they're pulling has an entire house that they're pulling across. And when they set that thing up, you know what I mean? It's cold out there. They're putting down the mat and they're patting down the snow, and they put down the mat over top of it, and they put the tent up, and then you can see the cold coming out of their mouth and everything. But they're not phased by it, so they're used to that stuff. And then you see where they put in they sweep out the snow from their boots and stuff, and then they put down all the comforts of home. They put on the blankets and all that stuff, and they set up the oven, the stove, the pipe stove. Then they go and they chop the wood up and put it starts to burn and starts to heat up in there. And next you know, they're in this warm little tent with no shirt on, in there chilling and cutting up food and making their food and everything. I think that's so cool. And then they take it all apart. And imagine, 1 minute they're sitting out there tracking through all this snow, and the next minute they're in this nice little hut. It's got a nice little flame going on in there. They got some food in there they cooked and made. All that sitting on their back. That's incredible. I freaking love that. I find that so amazing. So anywhere they go, they got a little house, and they got everything right there on their back. Anywhere they go. You know how amazing that is? Man, that's beyond freedom, man. That's way beyond freedom. And they can survive in these elements just like this. They know how to do it. Some of them make shelters under those trees. Incredible. I love watching them. I watch a lot of them. I love watching them. There we go, people. All right, people, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time. As I said before, thank you for coming out and watching the demonstration. For those of you who hate my guts at the end of the day and can't stand me, I got a message for you. At the end of the day, I don't hate you. You know that, right? I have to do it. It's business at the end of the day. You attacked my company. I have to do what has to be done. Do you understand me? Now, this is going to upset you, and yes, it's going to make your life very, very miserable. But, you were warned, and God did tell you to back it down, and you didn't listen, so we have to do what we have to do. It's just business. Nothing emotional, okay? So with that being said, if anyone feels at the end of the day that any of the demonstrations I do on this channel are completely false, and you think at the end of the day all this is all make-believe, then all you got to do is sign the contract and see us in court. That's all you got to do. I kind of like saying that. I'm going to get a t-shirt that says sign the contract, see me in court. Oh, I'm getting a little dance here. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, that's all you got to do. Sign, see me in court. Please don't go to your YouTube channel and cry and whine about it. If you make enough of those videos, one of my people scouring YouTube may find you. And if they do find you, you may end up getting court orders. Because if you said a lot of stuff, and if you say, oh, I don't like this suburb, blah, blah, that's freedom of speech. I don't support that. But if you call me scammer, rip-off artist, things you know that basically are potentially being said to basically tarnish my company's name or my name by itself, I will see you in court. With that being said, seek God, be blessed. Gotta go.